Write the point-slope form of the equation of the line through the given point with the given slope. All right, so we need point-slope form. Let's write that out. Y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. Now, what is what? M is the slope, and x sub 1, y sub 1 represents the point. What I have here is actually I'm not given the slope. I'm given 2 points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label you x sub 1, y sub 1 because you're a point. And I'm going to label you x sub 2, y sub 2. Now what this does give me is this does give me a point. That's nice. What it doesn't give me is the slope. But you know what? If I'm given 2 points, I can use this guy right here, the old slope formula, and that'll help me find the slope. So let's use the slope formula using those 2 points to find my slope. I labeled y sub 2 1, so let's put parentheses 1. The minus sign is the minus sign. Y sub 1 is negative 4, so parentheses negative 4. Okay, fraction bar. X sub 2 I labeled negative 7. Minus sign is minus sign. X sub 1 is negative 10. So let's clean this up a little bit. 1 minus negative 4 is 1 plus positive 4, so let's say that. Negative 7 minus negative 10 is negative 7 plus positive 10, so let's write that out. 1 plus 4 is 5. Negative 7 plus 10, or 10 minus 7, is 3, and that's my slope. So what I have is I have a slope of m equals 5/3, and I have a point labeled. So now we have enough information to put it all together. So y minus y sub 1 I'm going to write out as y minus parentheses. Y sub 1 is negative 4 equals, my slope is 5/3, so let's write that out. X minus, x sub 1 I called negative 10. And let's take a second to clean that up. We have a double negative, so y plus 4 equals 5/3, parentheses, x plus 10. Now this is usually the part of the video where I put a circle around everything and say we're done, hooray. But here's the thing. I gave you 2 points to start out with. What's to stop you from calling this point x sub 1, y sub 1, and this point x sub 2, y sub 2? Well, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. You're allowed to do that, and you'll still end up with the same slope. So if you were to do this guy, and if your friend were to, for whatever reason, flip this around, and they would write out this, so maybe let's just say that they did that, and you did y minus, and instead of y sub 1, they did 1 equals the same m, 5/3, parentheses, x minus negative 7, negative 7, negative negative 7, negative 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 7, and then they clean it up to make it look like this, y minus 1 equals 5/3, x plus 7. It's still the same answer. Does it look the same? Absolutely not. But if I were to distribute 5/3 and then subtract 4, and if I were to distribute 5/3 and then add 1, I'm going to end up with the same exact guy. So both of these are technically correct. So it all depends on what you label your points. But as long as you label your points and you're consistent, you might have 2 different answers, but those answers will be the same. So that's how it's done.